Mm-hmm. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on? Happy Thursday. Y'all tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. All of that good stuff. How's everybody doing today? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling great? I know I told y'all I'd be back in between 10 and 10:30 a.m., but here it is 11 a.m. and I'm here. Okay. Why? Because I had more to do this morning than I anticipated. It be like that sometimes, okay? It be like that, and sometimes you don't move as fast as you want to move. You know what I'm saying? And I was just having one of those types of mornings. But here we are, okay? You said it's 9 a.m., so it's early to you. Thank you, Robin, for my heart me. Thank you so much. Unique Monique Boutique. Sorry. Thank you for my heart me. Chat tongue tied this morning. Hey Denny, what's going on? Let's see. Hey, Lux Throws and more. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, y'all know the deal. If this is your first time here, do not let it be your last time. Okay. That's number one. Make sure you follow, like, or subscribe wherever you're watching me at. Next thing, next, that's very important. Okay. For you guys in these streets. Hey, Kelly. Thank you for sharing the live. Next thing, next, that's super important. If I say something and you don't know like what the word is, the concept, the term, you don't know what we're talking about, baby, speak up. Okay, speak up. No one's going to make fun of you here for not knowing something. I do these trainings like literally for the free 99. I teach things that people charge hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars for free because I know that most people, you have a hobby, you have a skill, you have a talent, you're good at something, but you don't really know how to run business. So that's what we do this for. Okay. All right. Rule number 3, if you know somebody that needs this information, hey, baby, make sure you share. Okay, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell a pimp, tell a player, tell a heifer, tell a hustler, tell somebody on your upline, tell somebody on your downline, tell somebody on your team, tell somebody with a dream, blink, blink, blink. Tell somebody about your girl, okay? And the last rule that I have, when you're in here, okay, it is your job to make sure that you are dropping comments and you are tapping this screen. All right. That's your payment. Okay. A lot of y'all aren't paying me. Okay. You're not paying me $5,997 for a laser session. So the least you can do is you can type in those comments. Okay, and you can tap that screen. That's all I need from y'all. That's it, and that's all. Oh, another piece of housekeeping that is important. For those of you that do not know, I have a flash sale going on right now. I have a training. It's called Digital Products 101. It's like a 5-hour workshop. Inside of the workshop, we show you how to choose a profitable product. Then I show you how to use AI to help you actually create the product. Then I show you how to market the product. And then I show you how to post faceless content, which is really important, especially now because people cannot afford to lose their job. Okay. Not in this economy. So, literally, if you work somewhere, and it's not conducive for you to have your face online, then you probably will find that very helpful. Hey, Jay Janice. Also, if you have another brand or another company, right, it's handy to have a faceless account. All right. So that workshop is normally $297 and it's on sale today for a whopping $47. All right. So you can check my BIO. You'll see under deal of the week, it's a big purple button right in the top of the tree. Okay. Hey, Divine Elegance LLC. What's going on, Lisa? Hey, girl. Hey. So that is there. Everybody, can y'all give me the hey, God, hey, because that's who gave me the gifts of business, beautification, and hospitality. I've been able to use them to make a crap load of money for myself, but more importantly, I'm excited that I've been able to help over 900 people create 6-figure incomes. 184 of my clients have done $1 million in under a year. I have 13 clients that have had $1 million months. I have 6 clients that earn over $10 million a year, and they've done that at least 3 years in a row. How about that? And I've helped over 20,000 people overall monetize their social media accounts. So I'm literally, I'm the best, honey. I'm the baddest when it comes to getting out here and get a bag in these digital streets. Okay. Boop. So you're in the right place. All right. I help small business owners. I help side hustlers. I help content creators, and I help those aspiring to be in one of those categories. All right. So yesterday, I started talking to you guys about how we come up with product ideas, and more specifically, like a profitable product for a profitable page. Okay. Does anybody remember the 3 questions? Oh, y'all, I'm tripping. I forgot. Y'all give me ready, 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 ready. Let me see it roll through those comments. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Y'all are so sweet. No, this is not a green screen. I'm in my kitchen. Normally when I'm streaming with y'all, I'm in my formal living room. Now I'll be honest, when I take it as the biggest compliment when people are like, is it a green screen when I have my holiday decor up? Because yeah, baby, your girl can decorate. I get down. And I like the fact that it looks so good that y'all think it's not real. Okay. I love that. I love that for me. All right. And honey pie, I got a couple. I had some clients' products that we working on to get buttoned up by next week, baby. Because I'm trying to start dragging. Normally I have my Christmas stuff out right now, but we're just taking care of stuff for our clients. Oh, side note, for any of you guys that you want a product created, or you need a funnel built, or you need some ad work done and you're trying to get it done in time for Black Friday, you need to book that by this Friday. Tomorrow. If you don't book it by tomorrow, I cannot guarantee that we can get that stuff done for you in enough time for Black Friday. Okay. We had quite a load. Like I said, we got like maybe 4 or 5 that we're wrapping up, and they're very heavy, significant products and funnels and stuff like that. But yeah, if you don't book it after Friday, babe, we can't guarantee that it's going to be done in enough time for you to utilize it for Black Friday. So if you know that you need any of that stuff, please make sure you email supportca@ashleyandevents.com. If you're watching me on TikTok, use the services plus and send me a DM or whatever. But yeah, you need to go ahead and get that pronto. Okay, get that locked in. All right, you got until tomorrow. And then if you get it after tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, so it's recorded. And if you be like, I didn't know, I'm gonna have my team send you this recording. If you don't have it booked by this Friday, we can't guarantee that it's going to be ready and available for you to use during Black Friday. Okay. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. That is that. Now, thank y'all for the hey, God, hays, and for the ready, 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 readies. Does anybody remember the 3 questions that I gave you yesterday that you need to ask yourself as far as you being able to create something that's going to make you a lot of money and make it for you quickly? Because I was telling y'all that a lot of y'all get out here and you're like, I'm going to be a content creator, and you think you're going to get paid just for being cute and for your opinion. And it doesn't work that way for like 99% of people. Right, like being a 1%, like I just get paid because people are infatuated with me or my hair or what I'm doing all day. That's literally the equivalent of, somebody making it to the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, right? The NBL. That's the equivalent of being a professional athlete. Okay, just in the social or in the content space. So realistically, more y'all are gonna make your money like either through affiliate marketing, you're going to make your money through your digital products, you're going to make your money through consulting, you'll make your money through creating things or like services for other people. Remember I gave y'all the rundown yesterday on how to be a social media manager. You're going to make your money if you already have physical products that you sell. You're going to make your money continuing to sell those online or expanding those, and you're going to make your money through memberships. Okay, that's how most of the memberships in private paid communities. That's how most of y'all are going to make your money. And you're going to make a lot of money doing one of those 6 things. Does anybody remember the questions? If you remember the questions, let me know. If you do not remember the questions, let me know. Okay, I'm trying to figure out if we need to do a review or not before we move on to part 2. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to see. You don't remember? You missed them. You just got here. Hey, Charlotte. Girl, why you just get here? Where was you at yesterday? I'm just messing with you. Okay, so question 1. What do people constantly ask you for help with? What do people constantly ask you for help with? That is clear indication of what you need to be doing to make money. A lot of y'all are out here trying to do like get rich quick schemes and it's not working. You haven't gotten rich. You haven't gotten wealthy. You haven't even made $1. Okay. This is why I don't believe in MMR. Okay. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all of MMR because a lot of y'all, you're basically trying to like sell somebody into something that you really don't know anything about. This is why I get agitated whenever people tell y'all to get into ChatGPT and, oh, we'll make a product to show people how to get more followers. But you don't have more followers. You're not making money online. How are you going to tell someone else what to do and you ain't doing it? Huh? But if there's something that you know how to do because people are asking you questions about it all the time, well, then it makes sense for you to be able to create a product or some type of offering around it, right? Because you really do it. You really like it. You really enjoy it. And the reason people keep asking you about it is because you have above average results when it comes to that particular thing. Okay, so that's question number 1. Question number 2. What task do I find easy that others find challenging? What task do I find easy that others find challenging? So, and I use myself as an example. I told y'all I'm really, really good at ads, like crazy good at ads. Other people they struggle with being able to use their ads to generate leads, to bring in customer sales, all that kind of stuff. Baby, I can do it just like that. Okay. Good. You said you was just about to watch Digital Products One-on-One replay. Yeah, baby. Hold off. Let's get to the live stream. I'll be out of here by noon today. Okay. And then you can get into watching. Okay. But realistically, what do you do? Like, are you really good at baking cakes? Are you great at organizing? Are you good at, singing? Are you like a really excellent parent? Are you really good at ponytails? Okay. I'm telling y'all, everybody has something. You do it better than other people, and other people like really have a challenge with it. But you be like, nah, I can handle this. It's easy. No problem. No problem. Okay. No problem. Notes and music. Thank you for sharing the live. Okay. Third question, what hobby do I spend the most time or most money doing? And you don't even think about it. You just do it. You ain't thinking about it. You just do it. You don't ask no questions. You should be like, yeah, this is what I got to do. That probably is a really good place for you to start as far as like a pathway to money for you. Why? Because you're going to be able to create endless content. You're going to be able to create endless opportunities. You're going to be able to give endless value because you really like it. You're kind of obsessed with it. Okay. And all of us, I promise, have some type of hobby that you can turn into a business. Okay. And or even if you don't want to turn it into a business, if you just want to create content around that hobby and create a space for other people that are interested in it, and it will help you like make googabs of money. All right. If you're doing something that's in the vein of those 3 particular questions, and then let's just say that you have a particular skill or you've been educated in something and it has a crossover between one of those 3, you're gonna make a crap load of money. Okay. You just gotta do what your big cousin Ashley Ann is telling you to do. And you're gonna come across as authentic, and you're not gonna have a hard time selling it because this is something that you actually know. Okay, you know ball. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? You understand it? So don't get out here being like, oh, hey, Nurture Natural Hair and Locks. Don't get out here being like, oh, I'm going to get into beauty, and you really don't know a lot about beauty or like beauty. It doesn't really do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going out asking you about your makeup. Nobody's commenting on it every day. That's silly. But you're like, that's the wave. Even if you're doing affiliate products through like TikTok shop and stuff, you should pick the lane that actually makes sense for what you do and what you like to do. Everybody got it? So those are your 3 questions. Now, your 6 categories: digital products, affiliate marketing, consulting, memberships or private communities, retail, and then like creating or servicing other people. Does that make sense? Now, those are not the only 6 categories that help you make a lot of money online, but those are the 6 that are going to make you the most, and they're going to make it for you fast. Hey, Shelly, what's going on, doll? Blink, blink, blink. Now, let's talk about market validation. Does everybody, before I start getting into market validation, if you know what market validation is, give me the number 1. If you have no idea what market validation is, give me the number 2. Number 1 if you know, number 2 if you don't. Number 1 if you know, number 2 if you don't. Number 1 if you know, number 2 if you don't. 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. Hey, 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. Yeah, 1 if you know, 2 if you don't, 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. Yeah. No, my bad. I see mostly 2s. And that's okay. That is okay. Okay. So market validation is basically you being able to prove that somebody actually wants your stuff. Okay, that somebody actually cares about this conversation you're having, that there are actually people inside of this community, okay, that is real out there in the streets. This is what market validation is, okay? So it's just a fancy term to say does somebody give a fuck about what I'm talking about? That's it. Okay. Somebody's like, oh, we need to see if there's a, what's the level of market validation? Now, they just basically, that's a fancy way, a buttoned up way of saying, does anybody care? Okay. Does anybody care? Does anybody give a flying fart about what you got to say? Anybody give a flying fart about this subject? Okay. Now, here's some ways that we can monitor or establish that there's a level of market validation. Okay. Number 1, do you see people like complaining about this particular thing or being frustrated about this? Do you see people complaining about it or being frustrated about it on a regular basis? This is a yay or nay. Hopefully the answer is yes. Because if there's a lot of people frustrated about it and a lot of people complaining about it and people find that it's problematic or that it's like challenging, you're going to make a lot of money. Because people, like, this is the thing, the way that humans are built, like psychologically, and y'all can literally go and look this up. There's all kinds of psychological studies to validate what I'm saying right now. But the way that people are wired, people will do more to like prevent something. They will do more to like stop something, or they will do more to keep from losing something than to gain. Okay. So if people are complaining about it, they feel like it's agitating them. They feel like this is something that's consistently stopping them from hitting a goal or achieving something. That is easy money. That is easy. Why do y'all think there are so many relationship coaches that like popped up over the past 5 to 7 years? Because anytime you got online, you saw a gaggle of people complaining about dating and complaining about the options or the pool of people that they have access to. True or false? If there weren't a bunch of people complaining about it, you wouldn't have people writing self-help books. You wouldn't have people that get paid to set up your online dating profile. You wouldn't have coaches to say, I can coach you and show you how to date and how to get a quality guy or a quality girl. You wouldn't have movies like Hitch, right? Because this is a real thing. You wouldn't have matchmakers because lots of people were saying, I'm having a problem finding something. Okay. Finding a person, finding a good fit. Make sense? Why do we have command hooks and we love them? Because it was a lot of us that like, you didn't want to put holes in your wall to hang up something. And if you lived in an apartment, right, or you were renting a condo or a house, like if you were renting, then you wanted to try and have like rental friendly decor. So what if they come up with now you have like all this really cool contact paper, you have like all kinds of covers for stuff. They have, right, and it'll say renter friendly on it, right? They have all kinds of renter friendly like shelves, right? They invented like the alien tape. There's all this stuff that's renter friendly, and people buy it. There's a bunch of people that were like frustrated, right? And they were complaining. They were like, I want to personalize the space and make it look more like me, but I don't want to do anything permanent to it because I want to be able to get my deposit back, or I don't want to put thousands of dollars into something that someone else owns. Okay. So when I say, when you ask this question, you can look all around you, and I promise you will see something that people are complaining about, that they're frustrated about, that they're having challenges with. And on a regular basis, they're making it known that they are struggling with this particular thing. Look at how many people get online and they're like, I'm stuck in the 200 view jail. I can never get out of the 200 views, blah, 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 blah. I'm creating content and no one's watching it. No one's liking it. My page isn't growing. I'm shadow banned. I see that all the time. People are like, I'm shadow banned. I'm shadow banned. I'm shadow banned, to the point that I end up making an unshadow banned formula that people can follow. I'm like, oh, if you post like this, and this, do this, do that, take a pause, do this, that, do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, you'll get unshadow banned. And people do it and they're like, oh snap, my engagement is back. I'm put back up where I should be. Does that make sense? So you want to look, you want to listen. So when you're going in and out of like panels and you're looking for, some type of market validation, you actually need to have a notebook. Okay. Like literally get you a notebook and you're going to write down the complaints that people are having. You're going to go on Reddit threads, baby. You're going to write down the complaints and the frustrations. When you're having regular, like day-to-day conversations out in the public and you're talking to people, what you going to do? You're going to write down the complaints, the frustrations, the problems that people are having. What are we going to do with this information when we write it down? One, it validates that there is a need or desire for your offer or your community, but also it's going to help you figure out what features need to be inside of your offer. Okay. If we're providing a solution, if we're providing relief and people know that they're going to see relief or see results relatively quickly, a lot of people will say, take my money right now. Blink, blink, blink. So some of y'all are struggling with selling stuff. You're struggling with growing because you're not really in touch with the audience. You don't really understand like why why they're agitated or why they're bothered or the result that they're looking for. Make sense? Next thing under market validation. And if you guys are just getting here, my name is Ashley and I help people get paid to make money with their social media accounts. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. That is what I do. And we are talking about how you actually choose a profitable product and a profitable page. And right now we're talking about market validation. So if you're a small business owner or a content creator, give me a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe wherever you're watching me at. And then make sure you drop a comment and tap that screen like you mean. Thank you for my heart me. Yes. And y'all send me those little heart me's. Help me meet my goal. TikTok likes it when we hit goals. And if you like, I'm not going to send you a heart me, well then baby, you better be burning up my comments. That's what you better be doing. You better be burning up my comments. Don't be that type of person that wants to come in and you want to get what you want to get. Okay. You want to get a come up, but you don't want to contribute. That would make you a user. Okay. Oh gosh. You said for sure once I get out of my own way, actually listen and implement it. Factual. Okay. You said you tapping away. I appreciate you for tapping away. Okay. I appreciate that. Okay. Next thing. When we go to these sub communities or when we go to these Reddits, you want to try and see if you see a comment that has like a lot of engagement or a lot of likes. I know you like, girl, why does that matter? Somebody asked me, why does it matter? Somebody asked me, why does it matter? So I can tell you, baby, because I'm burning to tell you. Okay. I'm so excited to tell you. Okay. I really want to spill the tea. I really, really want to spill the tea. Okay. Why does it matter? Okay. So I'm going to tell you, this is low hanging fruit. This is a cheat code. This lets you know that there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that have this same thought or feel this way. And so what I tell y'all, when you market to everyone, you market to no one. So this is going to tell you directly who you need to market to. It's going to tell you the types of hooks that you need to be using on your page to get people's attention. It's giving you a direct pipeline to speaking points to expand on. Blink, blink, blink. So literally, if you're in that sub community and you're in the comment thread and somebody drops a comment and you see that comment has like 4,372 likes, and then you see that that comment has like another like 47, 57, 107 comments underneath that particular comment, oh baby, that's money. And you better open up that comment thread and you better go through there and you better see what people are saying. And if there are people that have opposition, okay, to what they're saying, that and you agree with that, either way, it's a good point. Okay, it's a good point. This is a cheat code. Y'all trying to figure out how to get people to engage with you. You're trying to figure out how to get people to your page. You can take that statement and use it as a generalization and go off, and you're gonna get people there. Exactly. It's validation. Everything's about market validation right now. So instead of you like stressing yourself out, trying to figure out what are people saying, what's going to get people captivated, what do people really feel about this? What do they think? You ain't got to. You just go through the page and you're looking for the comments that have a lot of engagement around them. Comments that, y'all know what I'm talking about. You'll see a comment and it'll have like 20,000 people like that particular comment. Okay. There's a reason why, because if there's 20,000 people that liked it, at least 200,000 people feel that way. At least 200,000 people are looking for a solution. Okay, at least 200,000 people. Okay, they care about whatever this is. And you can reach out and you can start building in that way. This is a way to fast track getting to where you need to go. Make sense? Next, you're going to go and you're going to look at other offers that are in the industry that you want to be in, and you're going to pay attention to the product features. You're going to pay attention to any of like the deliverables. You're going to look, excuse me, you're going to look at like anything that's basically included, because this is going to give you a baseline of what you need to include in your offer, or if you're doing affiliate marketing, kind of like a baseline that should be inside of the products that you are marketing. Does that make sense? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So literally, if we're trying to enter into a market, and let's say you're going to go the digital product route and you're going to have a course, and let's say your course is going to be over how to reupholster furniture. Okay, like how to upcycle furniture. That's going to be your course. And maybe you're going to have and maybe you're trying to figure out what sections need to be in this upcycling course that you're going to sell. Okay, so you're going to go and you're going to start looking online for other furniture upcycling programs or courses, books, all that stuff. And if you happen to find some, you're going to be like, okay, well, what are they including? Right? So are they including like on measuring? Are they talking about how to reinforce furniture? Are they including sections that tell you how to like clean or sanitize or prep before you start? Do they have a section that tells you what types of tools and supplies you're going to need? Do they have a section where they're teaching basic, skill sets, like where you cover the arm of a chair or a tuft in a couch? What type of materials need to go inside of your furniture? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Like seriously, you need to really look look and see what's out there, so you know at a minimum, at a baseline, this is the type of content, this is the type of subjects, this is the type of sections and modules that I need that's going to be attractive to people. And then you're going to put your extra sauce on it, right? On top of that. So a lot of y'all are out here trying to like invent a wheel, but you don't have to invent a wheel, because a wheel has already been invented. It's already been designed. Okay. It's already there. You just need to pick it up, baby, and start rolling with it. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Blinkety blink, blink, blink. Okay. Blinkety blink, 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 blink. Let's see. On my super fan go, let's see. I don't know. I'm just trying to say thank you so far to, let's see, Notes and Music. Thank you for sending my Heart Me Flex. Sandra Bowden, thank you for sending me my Heart Me Flex. Shar from the Mitten. Wait, that's not Shar from. Is that from? It looks like From the Mitten, but I can't tell. I can't tell because it's all together. I'm gonna say Shar. Thank you. You said yes, it's it. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you so much for the Heart Me Flex. Okay. I figure from the profile picture, you know, sometimes it's all together. There's no underscores, and I'm like, I think I see these words, but then somebody be like, nah, that ain't it. But thank you guys very much for my Heart Me Flexes. I appreciate that. And thank you for everybody that's dropping a comment right now and tapping that screen. All right. So next, you need to look for existing solutions, and you need to figure out like if they're working for people, if they're not working for people, and what somebody wants to have added to it. Okay. So if there's, and let me tell y'all this, Ali, thank you so much for my level up sparkle cake. Thank you. So I want y'all to think about it like this. Okay, listen well. I have always made a gaggle of money by focusing on underserved markets. Okay, underserved markets. Does everybody know what an underserved market is? Give me a 1 if you know what an underserved market is. Give me a 2 if you don't know what an underserved market is. 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. 1 if you know, 2 if you don't. And if you don't know, it's okay, baby. Ain't nobody gonna make fun of you. Over here, you don't have to pretend like you know things that you don't know. Okay? You ain't got a lot of kick it, Craig. You ain't got a lot of kick it. We gonna make sure that we get you right in these streets. Okay, we'll make sure we get you right. I say about 50-50. So for those of you that don't know, give me a second so we can catch up your brethren, okay, so that they do know. Now, underserved market literally just means that there's a product on the market, right? And this product can be physical, it can be digital, it can be retail, it can be service-based, it can be a hybrid. Doesn't matter, but it's something that's out there. And there are people that would like to participate. They want to consume this product. They want to get the offer. They want to get the service, but there's not a lot of people like that are established. So there's not a lot of other businesses or vendors that are servicing this set of people. So I give you guys a really easy example to understand. For a very long time, a lot of beauty brands, when it came down to like the foundations and the concealers and stuff like that, they did not carry colors for women with deeper and darker skin. Okay. I don't know if this company is still around. It's called Merle Norman Cosmetics. I don't know if y'all know anything about them. I remember them when I was like in high school and college. And I would go in there and I didn't think anything about it because they had this eyeliner that I liked a lot. And I would literally go in there just to get the eyeliner. But when it came down to the foundations, literally, look at me. They maybe had shades that were maybe 2 or 3 shades darker than me. That was it. And I'm not the brownest. Okay, I'm not the brownest Betty. I'm really sad because my summertime tan is about to go away. Y'all see how I look all goldeny brown and delicious, okay? Goldeny brown and tantalizing. Yeah, I get a little pale in the wintertime, okay? And so it wasn't just Merle Norman Cosmetics. There were other companies, okay? There were other companies that were cosmetic companies, and they did not carry colors for deeper complected women. And then for a long time, a lot of Black women, they only had Fashion Fair. Okay. And Fashion Fair, a lot of their makeup had like a red undertone. And I'm like, it's a lot of Black people that's not red underneath there. And they couldn't wear the makeup, right? And then MAC had like a couple colors. Before a lot of people, like, it made them look ashy. They look casket ready. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. Stop acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, because the undertones in the MAC, it didn't work for everybody. So if you got the MAC cosmetics, baby, you had a little gray tint to you. You look like somebody need to be bereaving you. Okay. And so for a long time, a lot of companies ignored women with deeper tones and darker tone skins and with different undertones, right? They didn't understand that you could be Black and you may have the same skin color, but you had a different undertone, and so you needed a different foundation, right? You can have the same foundation, but that color may need to be in a warm, in a neutral, and in a cool, and maybe even in a cool neutral and a warm neutral. Because all of those women, even though they have the same skin color, they have different undertones, and to make those foundations work, it needs to fit the undertones. And so our gal, bad gal Riri, okay, Rihanna was like, I'm sick of this shit. She was like, I got a lot of brown girls. I got a lot of chocolate cupcakes, okay, delicious and chocolatey and tantalizing, and they can't get what they want. They can't get what they want. They want to have makeup. They want to have a concealer. They want to have a foundation. They want to have a beautiful highlighter or a beautiful blush that shows up on their skin. They want that, but the companies are ignoring them. They're saying that there's not enough of a market for them. And then Rihanna dropped Fenty Beauty. And she told her face up off this thing. Okay. Why? Because she went into an underserved market. And I've always made a lot of money looking like with the industry I want to be in. Who are people ignoring? And she got out here, baby, and changed the game. And then all of a sudden, all these other companies, they start trying to make all these other deeper colors and darker tones and, undertones and different mixing and all that kind of stuff, right? And Rihanna, that like Fenty literally took her to billionaire. And people like, Rihanna, when you dropping new music? Rihanna like, baby, I'm in this lab. Okay. She's like, I'm over here making foundation and panties. Okay. She was like, what? Right? She did the same thing with Savage, with like when she came out with Savage Fenty, right? For the lingerie line. Rihanna said, you know what? Victoria's Secret is catering towards people that are super like model thin with big breasts. Well, there's a lot of women out here, they don't have model-less bodies. It's curvy girls, fat girls, chunky girls, fit girls, thin girls, short girls, disabled girls, amputee girls. It's a bunch of people that they not paying attention to. And what Rihanna started doing, baby, she purposely went out and found models with all kinds of different body types, all different types of looks, shapes. Okay. She started now not only in the campaigns on the runway shows. Okay, you look at a Fenty Beauty show and see a model coming down in her lingerie in her wheelchair. Like, just because you're in a wheelchair don't mean you don't want to get sexy. Stop playing. Okay, stop playing. Okay, just because you're an amputee don't mean you don't want to make it clap sometimes. Okay, stop playing. And that's what she did. So she literally went. She said, there are people who are using these products or they would like to use these products, but they're being ignored. That's an underserved market, right? And so she went in and cleaned up and made all the money. And I'm telling y'all, whatever it is that you want to do right now, there is an underserved market. There's a set of people that people are ignoring. So when it comes to like digital marketing, when it comes to business development, guess what? I was like, nobody's talking to Black people. And I was like, and they're definitely not talking to like, I would say like, Black people that are not whitewashed. I know somebody's gonna be offended by that, but I don't care. It's the truth. It is what it is. For the industry I'm in is dominated by white men. Okay, marketing for a long time, especially digital marketing space, white men were everywhere. On occasion, you would have like a Neil Patel or something like that, but he's still a man. Okay, and you can clearly tell he's not black. And then sometimes, whenever you will see them bring a black person into the space, they all had a similar type of vibe. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, they use a lot of word salad and the vocal fry, and they dressed, you know, a bit more conservatively. They didn't really dress or have like a little pizzazz, a little flair, you know, a little creative flair that a lot of black people have. And or you definitely didn't see one that was very like pro-black, right? With the colors, the makeup, the clothing, stuff like that. They act like they didn't know things that other black people know, things that we're familiar with in our community. They were very removed. They were kind of like black adjacent. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Those would be the types, and those are the only ones you would see on the stages. Those would be the only ones that you would see, and it'd be like, you know, the one in the room. And I was just like, but I know a lot of black people that are really, really smart. And don't get me wrong, we have all kinds of people in the kingdom. Shout out to all my Caucasian people that are here right now. Shout out to all my Indian people that are here right now. Shout out to all my Latins, okay, that are in here right now. Shout out to, right? I have people all over the world that are kingdom members, but the predominantly base of my audience, over 60, it floats in between 68 and 72% now, African American. Okay. And so literally I looked and I was like, nobody's talking to us. I was like, I don't look like those people and I don't sound like those people, but I'm smarter than those people. And I get better results than those people. And I had already built a multi-million-dollar business before I even hit the live stream button, right? And I was like, and I know lots of other people that look like me and sound like me and can relate more to other things like me, and they're starting businesses or they become very, very successful in business. And why is no one talking to us? And they would tell me, other people in the industry, they'd be like, oh, it's a waste. They don't want to learn. They were like, they have money, but they don't spend money on educational things. They don't spend money on personal development, professional development. They're not interested in finances. They're not interested in building a business. I'm telling y'all straight up and down, this is what people were telling me. This is why they were like, they don't cater anything, you know, towards the urban demographic. And I was like, oh, it's like, okay. So what I do, I popped up online and I with my regular voice and with my little vernaculars and my you know, my little quirks or whatever and my little kikis, because y'all know we like to have a good time. And I would put up my little business posts, you know, to the urban music. Okay. I would use our slang, our vernacular that we use to communicate with each other, all of that. And I said, I can help you build a business. I can help you I can help you catch a bag. I can help you get these coins, the paper that folds. Okay. I can help you do all of that. And guess what? My business blew up. And then a lot of these people were looking at me and they were like, how is she out here smoking us? She's not using any of the systems. She's not doing any of the things that are industry standards. She's not doing any of that. And this girl is smoking us. She's smoking us in results. Okay. And then sometimes they would put me in competitions. Y'all remember whenever I was in a competition against a bunch of them white boys? Y'all remember Sam Cart had that competition and I beat their asses. Excuse my language. I just said it though. Beat them bitches down in the mud. And I started late. They all had a 3-week head jump on me. And that last day, I baby damn them said, I got strategy. Baby, I closed in that gap and all boom and shot past them and couldn't nobody catch me. Y'all remember that? And then I won like a car and a whole bunch of other stuff. And they were like, who is she? How is she doing this? Beat that, whoop that. Stop playing with me. Okay. You're not gonna beat me when it comes to business. You're not gonna beat me when it comes to marketing. You're not gonna do it. Okay. Just because I don't talk with vocal fry and say things like, when you're really looking at the composition of the modern day millennial and the audience and how they're having organic interactions and engagements with companies and brands, you'll find that it's quite differentiated and compartmentalized to what marketing has been seen as over the past 3 decades. Oh, you just took 5 minutes to say that millennials and Gen X don't like to receive information the way that our parents like to receive information. And if you want to talk to them, you need to get on social media and you need to segment and speak to a specific niche. Shut up. Now, do I know? Hey, DJ Man already. Now, do I know how to get on there and talk that talk? Yeah. Do I know how to code switch? Yes. I used to do it all the time. You want to hear my corporate Ashley voice? Hi, you guys. My name is Ashley Ann, and today we're going to be covering from A to Z everything that you need to know to be able to build a consistent flow of clients through customer valuation optimization using digital assets in the digital marketplace to be able to create a very strong footprint and reinforce it through starting the process of integrating in their day-to-day lives. We do this through our content, and we're going to use a 21-piece posting cycle. So I want everyone to take a few minutes, go ahead, charge up your laptops, grab a pen and a pad, and we're going to start from the base foundation of what this actually looks like and how you'll be able to implement this strategy in your company. Yeah, I know how to do that too. But my regular people, my everyday people that know how to make money, my everyday people that are going to 9 to 5s, my everyday people that are tired of having to go into the office and code switch, do you think you want to get online and talk to me when you're here for entertainment and fun and I happen to pop up on your screen and say, well, let's make some money too? Do you think you want to have to code switch into that? No, you don't. You don't want to do it. I don't want to do it either. So that's not what we do over here. And guess what? It has worked. It's worked tremendously for me and it's worked for other people, right? So literally when you're when you're trying to validate, right, what's going on in the market, we're looking for an underserved market of people. Okay. We're looking for the group of people they want to participate, but for some reason, all of these other companies, all these other creators, all these other spaces, they're ignoring them. And that's going to be a really easy way for you to start building. Okay. Now, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's do a little time for Q&A. And we'll come back for part 3 tomorrow. We'll come back for part 3 tomorrow too. Because I definitely have some do's and don'ts I want everybody to just kind of be aware of when we're saying like, hey, I'm ready to make a gaggle of money. I'm ready to make a guap. Okay. But we'll stop right there for today. Don't y'all be in here hyping me up, talking about give it to them. I'm just telling the truth. Okay. Can we get 6 more of the little heart me flex me so we can get to 10? If y'all got a question, either you can request up or you can just drop your question in the chat. We'll do 8 minutes of Q&A because I got a skedaddle right at noon today. Okay. If you guys enjoyed today, if it made sense, if it's helping light bulbs pop on in your head, please make sure you go to my bio. You'll see it says deals of the week in there. And if you tap that, you can see digital product 101. It is only $47 today instead of $297. Inside of this workshop, it's like 5 hours of training, and you're going to learn how to choose a profitable product. You're also going to learn how to use AI to create your product. You're going to learn, thank you, Art Diggs. You're also going to learn how to market the product and how to do it with faceless content. Okay. Is it Milady? My lady, thank you for the heart me flex. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Who else sent one? Andrea J. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you, doll. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody on the heart me's. Let's see. Art Diggs, thank you so much for the heart me as well. And is this amazing A? Thank you so much too. You just joined. I was on your FYP. You're happy to find me. I'm happy that you made it here to the kingdom. Make sure you turn on your notifications, okay? Make sure you turn on the notifications, boo. I'll be on tomorrow. I'm trying to think. I feel like I have client calls in the morning tomorrow. So tomorrow y'all probably won't see me until the afternoon, like maybe around like 1 or 2, somewhere in there. Anyway, Unique Monique Boutique. What's your question, hon?
Hi. So I have a beauty boutique business, mainly selling here on TikTok with my on-hand inventory. Mm-hmm. But I am working on building like my list. Sorry, I have asthma, so that's the coughing. But I guess my question is, right now I do have a website, and I created like a landing page, kind of funnel page, kind of a little bit like you have your Linktree kind of page, mm-hmm. with the offers. But I've been like getting mixed feedback. Some people say like it's a good thing to have. Some people say that it's confusing, and like people that stumble upon my page don't know where to take action because there's too many options. Like, what is your opinion on that? Because I have like my lead magnets, and then it goes to like shopping options. So how to connect with me on my TikTok shop specifically, or I just upgraded a website where I have a few items on there, and then at the bottom it's kind of like I do like outreach and then my socials. But I've been told like, hey, you kind of have a lot going on and I don't know where to go.
Are these people that are customers that are telling you that? Because if they're not customers,
no, they have never bought from me.
Then they don't matter.
Okay.
I only listen to customers. I only listen to customers, and then I try and find other people like my customers. So if you haven't purchased from me, I'm not going to listen to what you say. I don't give a flying fuck. The other thing I would tell you, that if you're selling hair on this page, why is your profile picture not highlighting hair?
I probably should update it to my logo.
I would probably update it to the logo or something that's showcasing hair, like, some spectacular looking style or hair or unit or something like that, right? When you go to your page, it should be something that's related to hair that's pinned to the top of your page. That should be right up there, right at the top, right there, right? So when we're thinking about different things that we're selling or that we're offering, you have to use all of your real estate as effective as possible. And every single piece of it is an opportunity for you to gain a new customer. It's an opportunity for you to gain a new client. Okay. Now, as far as your tree, because I haven't seen it, you can always go over and book a 1-to-1, and then we can do an audit. A power session is going to be the best option for that. But labels normally help people too, as far as the directive of what they're looking for or where to go.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Is Opus Clips? Is Opus the best app to use to break down a long live stream into clips, or Descript? I don't think one is better than the other. I do prefer Opus, just because the people that created Opus, they work for YouTube and TikTok, and so they understand very well they understand very well what people want to see and what has a better chance of going viral. So yeah. Hey, Dr. Daphne.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I didn't realize they're coming over. I want to launch. I remember way back when I did my one-on-one consult with you, and you said I should launch my broadcast because the way I do that,
Mhm.
and I've been dragging my feet. Is it a good time to do it now? I mean, with the Black Friday
Yeah,
thing?
I think so. And I'll be honest, like you may have a Black Friday offer, but I think you need to launch more around like your experience. Like you need to use your age as an advantage, right? So
Yes.
when times and whether people want to talk about this or not, y'all, there's the reset. First of all, let me say this to everybody. If you live in the States right now and they out here trying to lie to you and say that it's not a recession, but we're heading towards a recession, they're dirty motherfucking liars. Okay. The recession indicators have been going off, okay, for like the past like 9 months, if not more. All right. And whenever we have times of uncertainty, when we have like high civil and racial tensions in this country, when you have millions of people that are like not not in favor of the current administration and how they're moving, people normally look for comfort on some level, okay? And people associate age with wisdom, nurturing, and caring. So the fact that you are a woman who's more seasoned and you've been through some different things, and I know you've been through economic ups and downs, you've been through civil unrest, you've been through, change, you've been through all of this. Um, I know a lot of people would find comfort in hearing your voice or being able, to work the comments or hearing your opinions and your thoughts and your advice about things. So if I were you, I would go in from that standpoint of, hey, I've lived through this before. This is what you need to do, right? And I know you don't do food stuff. We're just going to use food as a simple example, right? So I know that people's pockets are getting tight. I also know that the food banks are reporting that they're scared that they're going to run out of food, that they don't have enough. I know that there's all this commotion and stuff going on right now about people not getting their food stamps on November 1st, right? So if I was a content creator on the food side, which y'all know I do a little food content, I may do a series of gourmet low cost meals, right? This is right. So right, and if I was in your position, I would say, yeah, baby, I'm Ashley Ann, and I've been on the planet this many decades.
I'm sorry. A call came in, you cut out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm Ashley Ann. I've been on the planet this many decades, and I've been through this before. And let me show you what we used to do, right? And then I would share, and I'd be like, this is something you can do right now. So I may say, let me show you how to feed, let me show you how to feed 10 people with $8. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, right? So you would be able to say, let me show you, right, like how to pray. Let me show you how to keep your mind. Let me show you how to build this or build that. And this is for anybody, if you're listening to me and you're someone that's, again, you're a little bit more seasoned in life. I'm telling you, people are looking for advice. They're looking for comfort. They're looking for guidance during these times. And you can do it in any industry. You can do it, right, of any area of interest. You can do it in any community, because you're going to see that. And you also going to see people partying real hard right now because they need an escape. So that's typically, what you see going on. But you can tell people start cutting back in like small ways, right? So if I were you, Dr. Daphne, I would lean into my age, right, and use it as a point of reference as far as you can be a resource because of experience, right? You have the life experience. You've already been through some of the things that we're facing. And not only have you been through it, you went through it and you made it.
Yes. So should I do a course or just
I wouldn't be so much focused on a course. I think right now, if you just focus on being consistent with putting the content out and trying to put some structure into like relevant topics relative topics coupled with what you have expertise in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're doing that, and then I believe from the feedback that you're getting from your audience, you will be able to see what they want, because your people in your audience may not want a course, right? And that's for everybody in here. Y'all know I told y'all the 6 different spaces where you're going to be able to make money at really, really quickly. And they may not want a course. Maybe they want a journal or a book. Maybe they want to have a virtual weekend with you, right? Maybe they want to have like some one-to-one sessions. Maybe they don't want a course. They just want, maybe like a tutorial or a kit or something like that. So you have to pay attention to your audience to see how they really like to consume information. And that's going to help you pick like which one of those 6 categories you need to be in. And you may find that you don't even have to create anything. You may say, oh, look, there's some products that already exist on the market. Let me go over here and get my affiliate code and let me push these, right? So I would just do more of like, let's just start the role, right? Speaking, talking, putting ourselves out there on a regular basis and seeing how people are engaging with us. And then from there, you can narrow down and figure out like, okay, do I need a course? Do I need a class? Do I need a book? Do I need something physical? Whatever that looks like.
Because every day when I go live, Dr. Ashley, I do specific topics.
Mm-hmm.
And every day, somebody come and say, that's exactly what I needed. Mm-hmm. So, for example, this morning I did, what do I know about myself?
Mm-hmm.
And a woman came off the FYP and shared her story. And it was right on point with the work I'm doing. So I just need to organize what I have been doing and see how to monetize that, because I have not been doing that.
And see, a private community may be a good fit for you. If you have a lot of people and they're connecting emotionally and spiritually and they're saying, this is what I needed, right? This is filling me up. This is assisting me in XYZ element of P. If that's what is going on, well, then instead of a course, a membership may be a better option, right? Where you guys can really get in, dive deeper into like specific topics. You can give them different exercises, routines, maybe once a week, you have like you guys go live and there's a Q&A, or something like that. But does that make sense? That may be a better fit for you than a program. Or maybe, you have a group and you put it in a Telegram and, in the morning you send them an inspirational or motivational message. You give them a task or something to do inside of the group daily, right? And then y'all meet and have a powwow. So it's going to be different things depending on what you're offering and how the audience is choosing to engage with you.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, because I've been spending, sometimes I go live for 5 hours for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know those hours could be spent better. That's why I was trying to come up with the funds to invest in the Done For You program, so I would be able to get some coins at the end of the year, but things still ain't starting yet.
Hey, you got everything you need right now, okay? So what, as far as like communities, I like Stand Store. School is pretty easy to build a community inside of as well, because you don't have to. I like those too for people getting started, because you don't have to put in the work. Like when people see my dashboard, they're like, oh, your dashboard is really nice. I really love it. Yeah, it's custom and we built it. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know how to code. I know how to build a website. People on my team know how to do that. But if you're trying to put something together that's quality and you want it to be quick, using platforms like School or using a platform like Stand Store, they pretty much have all the technical stuff done. You're just in there making it, aesthetically pleasing, like having the look that you want it to have, but it's going to do all the functionality on its own. Does that make sense? So I would tell you to look at Stand Store and look at School. Stand Store, I think it's $99 a month is their big package, and it has like the autoresponder features in it. It will have the membership. It will make the sales page for you and all of that stuff.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Dr. Daphne. You have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, y'all. I got to skedaddle because it is noon here. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and I got to skedaddle go. Okay. Again, if you enjoyed, first of all, if it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Follow, like, subscribe, all of that. Turn on your notifications. If you want me to show up in your timeline, then go over there and like a few of my posts and comment under some stuff, and I'll pop right on up. Okay. If you're new here, well, hey, welcome to the kingdom. For any of you guys that are new, if you want to get text message alerts of like when I'm going live, when we're having special sales and stuff, if you use the Services Plus and you DM me, you will see my phone number and it'll say text Ashley Ann to that number. Text me. Okay. and I'll be able to stay in contact with you that way. Also, if you are new here, please be aware I do enjoy cooking and I do enjoy looking cute. And I'm kind of like obsessed with my house. I used to be an interior designer before I got into event design and production. So outside of business stuff, you will definitely see kind of like home and lifestyle type content. And I do a lot of skincare stuff because I love skin. So yeah, so just FYI, you be like, I follow her for business. Like, what's going on? Why is she over here growing grass? Because that's what I do. Okay. I make money and I garden. Okay. I make money and I decorate the house. I make money and I also moisturize. Okay. Sometimes when I be in here working, I have full collagen mask on, doing my thing, doing my thug thizzle. So I would appreciate it if you liked or engaged with my other content. Okay. Help a sister out. I'm on here helping y'all out. Help me out. Should you be doing what I'm doing? No, you're not supposed to mix. You're not supposed to mix niches together like that. But on TikTok, I TikTok is more like my fun platform. I don't use it for work the way I use the other platforms for work. So TikTok, you liable to get anything on my page, baby. I just be out here living. Okay. My other pages is very structured, very specific types of content. TikTok don't, no, I'm giving you whatever. All right. So anywho, so that's just a heads up about that. All right. I will see y'all tomorrow. I know I will be on afternoon, like probably after 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm just not sure like if it's going to be 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I don't know yet. Because I got a day tomorrow. Got a pack day, but I'm going to be on and we're going to wrap up part 3 of this. Okay. And then, like I told y'all are probably not gonna see me Saturday with business stuff because we have study hall for the Black Friday boot camp. So they keep me in Saturday. They keep me pretty occupied over there. Okay. Now, anyway, with that being said, if you enjoyed today, make sure you click the link in my bio. There's a section, it says deals of the week. You'll see a big purple button and you can get digital products 101. Digital products are a great way to start making money online and actually like have some money by the end of the month. Okay. Digital products 101 is like a 5-hour workshop. It's going to show you how to choose a profitable product. It's going to go through how to use AI to make the product. It's going to show you how to market the product so you can get some customers. And it's going to show you how to create faceless content. We cover a lot in there. And that is normally $297, but it's on sale today for only $47. So go ahead and cop that. You said, wait, what happened in study hall? What you mean what happened in study hall? Baby, we be in there. We be in there. Hey, Long Queen, last week, what time did we get out of study hall last week, y'all? It was like 5:50 or something like that. It was almost 6 o'clock, child. We be in there because at the top of study hall, I teach everybody a new skill. And then after skill time, everybody gets into their Q&A so I can, review stuff and all that kind of stuff for them. So, yeah. Then nothing bad happened. We just be in there. If we join the mentorship, does it include all the courses and ebook? If you join KE cohort and continuous coins, they get everything. If you come into Instacoin, you'll get everything that's inside of Instacoin. Is that what you're referring to? Mika said it was after 5. Yeah, we was in there for a long time on Saturday. we were in there for a long time Saturday. Like it wasn't anything bad to happen. We just stay as long as we need to stay. So, but yeah, right now we're going through technical editing skills so people can produce like better quality content because a lot of people aren't making content because you guys don't know how to like edit stuff. And so basically I'm teaching people how to edit things with their phone and I'm really excited and y'all are excited too. And I'm seeing y'all push out higher quality content and it's getting more and more views. So anyway, you guys, yeah, it's a working session. Like we actually come in, I'm like, get your phone. And I'm like, step 1, step 2, step 3. Then I pick random people. I'm like, show me your work. And then if someone is behind or lost, I get them unbehind. I find them. We get them unlost, unstuck. And then we move on to the next skill set. And then normally after we finish the skill set as a class, I normally give people, depending on the skill set, anywhere from 5 minutes to 15 minutes to basically do it again, but do it on their own. And then we pop the screen back on, and I'm like, I pick random people. I'll be like, show me your work. Okay, show me your scandal. So that's how we get that. So that's how I know that people, they have the skill down and they can use it. And then after we finish the new skill for the day, then we go into the Q&A. But anyway, y'all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. And I will see you guys sometime tomorrow.